Surprise, surprise. Rick Weeks with another SUP video. But there is a surprise here. This is not about SUP surfing, but I want you to stick around. If you guys love SUP like I do, I think you'll find this video interesting. It's about an amazing experience I had late May, early June this year. I got to fulfill a lifelong dream. I always wanted to go north. I've been into boats all my life, and I've always wanted to get in a boat and head north from Vancouver, British Columbia, and go towards Alaska on the Intercoastal Waterway and see the pristine wilderness, the crystal clear waters, the fjords, the snow-capped mountains. I got to do that, but I got to do it on a stand-up, which made it even more personal. It made it more unbelievable. And the person that made this possible for me was Norm Han. Norm Han is a legend in the paddle world. Norm does amazing wilderness paddle, so I'm going to let him tell you in his own words.
I've been a wilderness and ocean guide for the last 25 years here on the British Columbia coastline. 15 of those years I've been a stand-up paddleboard expedition leader. I've run my own business, Norm Han Expeditions, and I'm also a Paddle Canada stand-up paddleboard instructor trainer. I'm also adopted into the Raven clan of the Gitgat people, and I was given the name Ta'am Lan, which means steersman of the canoe. One of my favorite places on the British Columbia coastline is the Great Bear Rainforest. The very first paddleboard expedition I did back in 2009 was in the Great Bear Rainforest. It's a very special area that I've, tried to help protect through our Stand Up for Great Bear film and our Stand film, trying to bring awareness to the threat of oil tankers in the Great Bear Rainforest. Big
And we're off. We're in the Sprinter van, we're locked and loaded, and we are heading up island.
Heading north.
That's it. How you doing, brother?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Welcome.
Look at this place.
Welcome to the
nice.
island.
I love this. The drive up here was just phenomenal.
Yeah, pretty awesome.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome.
Well, I'm glad you made it, and really happy to have you.
Discovery Islands Lodge. Here's my room. Look at this, huh? Wow. This is stunning. I wish you could see the smile on my face. It's just like, it's more of a shit-eating grin, actually, than a smile. Look at this. My God.
Paddle signals that we're going to use to communicate out there. If you see any of the leaders do that, or if you do it yourself, that just means gather up. Okay, so if you see Neil over there swinging his paddle, maybe he's got a cool interpretive thing he wants to talk about on the shoreline, we'll just go and gather up with Neil.
I just want to dive in when I see water like this.
It's so clear and emerald green.
And, yeah.
Yeah, the board looks good on top of that green.
This is my kind of paddling right here. This is awesome. Dinking around, looking at things. It's not just about paddling. It's everything that paddling can do for you.
Interesting. So it's really nice to see this keystone species coming back to our coast and providing food for people and all of the creatures of the sea here.
They're beautiful. That's beautiful. To make a crossing of some length with the currents and the wind today, this is why you paddle into the wind, crossing over to a place like this. on a 30-mile-an-hour wind day, you can come and find paddling like this. We'll be out 5 or 6 hours today. A lot of current, a lot of wind, and this board's just been amazingly stable and fun. Look at this, just a sheer wall, cliff, deep water, crystal clear, gorgeous. Herding up in this little hole before we get into the current. You can see going by here, going into this cut. So we're gonna talk about strategy, safety, and then make the move around the corner.
The corners, we want to make sure that we get pointed to the inside, or in this case to the left.
Up a reverse eddy, and we're heading into the current, and now we're going sort of cross it, so it's very, very squirrely. See how I'm drifting sideways to that island now, where it used to be going towards it. Yeah, interesting little cove. We've got a waterfall up there that we're going to go check out. A lot of eagles flying around today. Nice job. Good rooting today. Turned a pretty gnarly looking day into a really fun day. Sauna. Whew. If you're a SUP surfer, Norm does trips to the Maldives, boat trips to those unbelievably perfect waves in the Maldives. If you want to go on one of those trips to the Maldives, Norm's your guy. He goes on trips to Belize where you can stay on a stilt house in a beautiful tropical paradise with all the food included. All the boards will be there for you, the paddles. You bring your own gear that you wear, but he supplies all the paddle gear for you. If you would like to learn from the best, Norm Han has expeditions for the basically very casual paddler. Or if you're an experienced paddler, like a very experienced paddler, you can go on a Norm Han trip and he will supply you with all of the knowledge. He and his team train you, they teach you, they know all the ins and outs of the tides, the currents. Yes, tides and currents could be opposite each other at the same time. Very confusing, especially when you're going through narrow passageways between big waters. It can be life-threatening. Norm can teach you how to manage all of that, how to understand all that. He knows when to go, when not to go. He understands the intricacies of the rivers, the bays, the tides. He goes on ocean voyages. He goes on river voyages. Norm has a trip for everybody. So if you SUP surf and you sometimes paddle, or after this you start paddling and you start getting interested, Norm is a one-stop shop, man. I'm going to list all his different paddle trips that he had available at the time that I did this. They rotate through, they change from year to year. I strongly urge you to consider expanding your life in such an amazing... I will take what I saw, what I experienced, and what I learned through the rest of my life. And I'm better for it. And so will you. If you've ever been on the fence on this, this is the guy. This is the place. He has the options. He has all the options that you could possibly want. He's a humble, knowledgeable giant in the SUP world.